Nikola Jokic is the best big man in the NBA today. And unlike big men of the past like Shaquille O'Neal or Karl Malone, he seems cool and non-confrontational. But that all changes when someone tries to step up to him. Since the very moment the Joker stepped into the league, he has been underrated and overlooked. Even when he started putting up great numbers, the media still downplayed how far he could take it.
Look, Joker is phenomenal, but when you look at the pieces around him, listen, they're going to be a first-round exit.
They questioned his ability to lead his team to victory, his athleticism, and even his right to be called most valuable. And now, they're all a part of his highlight tape. This is what happened to the victims of Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic's first victim was Jusuf Nurkic, and it wasn't even intentional. Back in the 2014 NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Nurkic 16th overall. They believed he was the future of the franchise, even trading up to get him. But Jokic wasn't really wanted, and his size probably explains why he was selected during a Taco Bell commercial at number 41. So in 2015, Nurkic took his place in the starting lineup, but injuries forced Coach Malone to try the Joker, and the results were shocking. 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 2.4 assists per game, and plays like this.
Reed has it poked out, Jokic has it, behind the back. Goodness gracious. He's got some stuff, folks. Jokic will shoot, no, he'll give it to Gallen, no!
The next season, Coach Malone tried pairing the two together, but it never worked. Jokic went to Coach Malone and basically asked to be benched. So Malone agreed until December 2016, when the Nuggets suffered a 112-92 blowout loss to the Mavs. Nurkic started and scored just 4 points, while Jokic, coming off the bench, had 27 points on 10 of 12 shooting with 11 rebounds and 4 assists. Even then, Denver still wanted Nurkic to be the man, but Mike Malone would give Jokic one chance to prove he deserved to be the starter, and that chance came against Portland 3 days later. 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. It was finally undeniable who was the better player between Nurkic and Jokic. But Denver owner Kroenke still wanted to be sure, so they did more analysis.
Comparison comes through and it's player A and player B, and you could clearly see that player B's numbers were better in really every category. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna guess that player B is Nikola.
That year, Nurkic asked to be traded and was duly shipped to Portland. Since then, the Joker has dominated the game and has gone from breaking players to breaking entire teams. And in this case, I'm speaking of Devin Booker and the Suns. The drama kicked off during the 2021 playoffs when Jokic went ballistic after missing a contested floater and not receiving a foul call. Jokic got ejected in that game, and the Suns won 125-118. Devin Booker was certainly feeling himself for that victory, but in 2023, he took things further after they managed to win again. Big mistake. That was the last win they had in that year's playoff series as the Nuggets chased them out, winning the series 4-2. But not before this happened in Game 5 between Kevin Durant and Nikola.
I think in this series, all right.
Since all that drama, the Nuggets have defeated the Suns 7 times in the regular season and 4 times in the playoffs, as well as winning the championship. The Suns have only won 5. Also, throughout those matchups, Nikola Jokic has averaged 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, compared to Booker's 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. It's clear that Jokic is not the guy to mess with, but the media seems to want it.
Nikola Jokic, Tony, he's a handful. And he was last night. He's a 2-time MVP. When he's the best player on the court.
Well, the last time someone tried that with Jokic, this is what happened.
Jokic, oh no!
What followed was chaos. Jokic was suspended 1 game. Morris missed 58 games with whiplash. But it didn't end there.
Brother Marcus, who's on the Clippers, tweeted, "Waited till bro turned his back, shaking my head." The newly created account tweeted, "You should leave this the way it is instead of publicly threatening our brother. Your brother made a dirty play first."
A few weeks later, when the Nuggets played in Miami, the Jokic brothers were courtside. It was now a family versus family affair, but it never got past that, and it's not because of this.
Marcus then tweeted yesterday, "Mama said don't talk on social media no more." Well, there you have it. I love you, Mama.
It's more because of the fact that the Jokic brothers were simply not to be messed with. One of them, called Strahinja, has a background in mixed martial arts, while Nemanja is an undefeated MMA fighter and Muay Thai competitor. Jokic once told of when Strahinja would hold down his hands and throw knives all around his head. Anyways, Morris never fully recovered from it. Jokic had ended his chapter. But another chapter that Jokic ended began even before he entered the NBA. Once upon a time, Karl Anthony Towns made Jokic look like just another slow-footed big man. And of course, the scouts couldn't stop talking about him.
Told you two across the table, I'm all about Karl Anthony Towns, who he's going to be a very good NBA.
Eventually, Karl Anthony Towns would go on to win Rookie of the Year, but that was the last time he would outshine the Joker. Fast forward to 2023 in the first round of the playoffs, Nikola Jokic was now a two-time MVP with a mission to bring a title to Denver. Long story short, Jokic dismantled Towns and the Timberwolves in 5 games, averaging 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. Today, KAT is giving Jokic his flowers.
Always great when you're playing one of the best to ever do it, and someone that you...
Although KAT was compared to Jokic once or twice, the main big man that often gets compared to the Joker is Joel Embiid. The NBA media did it over and over again.
Talented big man. Embiid or the Joker?
I'm gonna go with Embiid, but I gotta tell you something.
Give it to Joel Embiid right now.
By 2023, it looked like Embiid had finally won the battle. He averaged 33 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 4.2 assists, and then he won MVP. At that point, Jokic looked like the victim until the playoffs came. And that's when the truth hit like a brick. Embiid folded in Game 7 against Boston, going 5 for 18 with an ugly -28 box plus minus. Meanwhile, Jokic was out west, destroying teams and taking names. 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists per game in the finals, and a ring. The message was clear. Jokic didn't want the MVP. He already had 2. What he was after was Larry O'Brien. And once the job was done, he just wanted to go home. The next season, Jokic grabbed his 3rd MVP, while Embiid is still fighting to finish one postseason healthy. And speaking of health, Clippers' Jeff Van Gundy seems to still have a serious grip, even at his age. The man poked the bear with this, and Jokic wasn't going to forget. But although the Nuggets won that game, they lost the next 2 in the series. But it was in Game 4 that Jokic got his revenge, registering 36 points and 21 rebounds to tie the series. The series still remained hard-fought, but with Jokic recording near triple-doubles while facing double teams, it was only a matter of time. It took 6 games, but Jokic led his team to a 4-2 series win. So, Jeff was able to return to his tug-of-war practice. As for the media, no Embiid meant there was really no more big man to compare to Jokic. So next, they compared him to big defenders. The first was Dwight Howard, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. So, in the 2020 Western Conference Finals, the Lakers gave Howard one job: get in Jokic's head, rough him up, and wear him down. And at first, he succeeded. Jokic picked up 2 offensive fouls in that game, and the Lakers took the series. But while Jokic was getting better, Dwight Howard could barely stay in the league. Eventually, he was unable to secure an NBA contract for the 2022-23 season after the Lakers' horrible 2022 season. So before Jokic got the chance to cross him off his 2023 hit list, Howard had moved to Taiwan to get better air. Now, he's back in the country and working as a consultant on how to stop Jokic.
If he played in the era that we grew up in or we started in, then I'm going to be on him from the time he get in the game to the end of the game.
Now, in case you feel like the White would have really been able to stop the Joker, well, the next victim has everything he had, including the ability to secure new contracts. He is Rudy Gobert, with 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards and a reputation as the NBA's top shot blocker. But on the night he was to receive the Defensive Player Award, Jokic delivered his own message, featuring 35 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Here's Jamal Murray with the gist.
And they're trying to extend half help, or trying to send a double team, right? And Gobert goes, no, I got him. So Jokic has the ball, he goes, brother, I have 47.
Now, at 30 years old, a 3-time MVP and owning a ring, Jokic's list of victims continues to grow, but the message is clear. Don't poke the Joker, regardless of his dad bod or lack of speed. He will make you pay. Who do you think will challenge him next? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, watch NBA players who became victims to Steph Curry next.